Azazel. The reason I, by the way, have my production tab open is because I've only just started casting. I missed a few things in my last game, and this just helps keep on top of what's actually going on, so I could see, basically, so I don't miss anything. You know now that the blink's coming in, so you don't miss that. It's all the good goss that you want. Yes, goss. Shut up. I've got my extended thermal lance, and I am sorry, but I can't read that and not think like penis related jokes, because if you're male and extended thermal lance and you think of the word penis, it just makes you chuckle ever so slightly, because it's like Viagra for your colossi, making their lances ever so bigger. But I'm going down a path I don't want to go down, so let's stop that. Let's keep it PG-13, ladies and gentlemen. Still only running off one base. I'm not quite sure why. There's no reason why he couldn't have got his natural. Perhaps he's got other plans. Hint hint, I know he has other plans, because there it goes right now. The warp prism with the hero probe is headed off into the nether, onto this island here where an expansion gets set up, and I love it. It is so good, because Protoss versus Protoss, when I was playing the game, I never thought once of an island expansion, as Protoss tend not to take to the air with probes. They just build where they can. If need be, yes, they will take island expansions, but this early, almost unheard of. So that's good play right there. So he's going to have a safe expansion to mine from, which is awesome. Now just warping in a few more stalkers. Quite a large army of stalkers here. Possibly could do a lot of damage if he pushed out, as I don't really have that many. Yes, sure, I've got my colossi, which would actually annihilate them. So I begin to move out, and it's at this point I realise that my stalkers are fat bastards. They can't get through this gap. I don't know why I moved back and then tried again, but my stalkers have been eating far too much shit, and they've got fat and can't get through the gap. So I decided to get back in. I don't want to be left in a situation where half my army's out here and half my army's out here. So I regroup on the inside, and as I said, there's the expansion now going in full swing with the 2 gas already up, and now we have 2 stargates incoming. So possibility of some phoenix harassment or just simple mass voids. They work quite well, either of which he opts to go for. And down here we've got an empty warp prism. So I don't know if he forgot to pick up a probe or thought he picked up a probe, but we've got an observer just here scouting out the high ground. I think he sees my army. No, he doesn't see my army. So possibly thinking the coast is clear. Now moving in with what? Oh yeah. This immortal I said to destroy the forge that I had here in order to get my units out, and now refortifying that with some cannons instead. But I have 3 cannons up here. I had replaced the one as I was destroying it. The reason I have 3 cannons, by the way, is because I am impatient and I like my upgrades to happen fast. So with this I can have 1, 2, 3, all upgrades going at once. I have my Twilight Council in order to get fully upgraded as fast as possible. Meanwhile, my army is looking rather menacing, wandering about the map, just taking complete map control back off of Azazel. He has now got no vision on the Zelnaga towers, but I still at this point don't know where this guy's army is. Whereas as I've moved out, he knows I've moved out, so he gets in these 4 stalkers and starts to shoot away at my assimilator. Also has destroyed one of my cannons, not killed too many probes. I believe I moved my probes away, so that's not what I need to worry about. But I've got some cannons up here shooting away, and then this cannon here. But he's found a good spot right here to shoot away at my Nexus uninterrupted, so I have no choice but to bust in some stalkers using the high ground to my advantage. But here we go, this is awesome. Going from high ground to having the low ground and being at a disadvantage, but luckily for me I had a Zealot up here to help take care of things. And then now just running my probes back to the natural to start mining again. So no massive loss, but losing my assimilator will certainly slow me down. And I lost one stalker in the exchange, which has now been replaced. So I'm not sure if those 4 stalkers paid for themselves, but it was a good harass. It stopped my attention, as my army is just currently chilling over here. It's bought him a lot more time to get more mining done, but he's almost mined out on his main. Not too many probes over here. See, that's the one problem, there's no easy way to transfer probes, so he's either going to have to pick them up with warp prisms and fly them over, but there's always the risk of getting sniped, and it's happened to me many a time. Well, not many a time, it's happened to me before. I've sent some probes over in a warp prism and my prism's just been sniped out of the air and lost 8 probes. So you should always be careful with that. Opting to grab the other island expansion eventually, it would seem, as the probe is in place. Now this is where I realised that he's not up here, so the base must be down here. I was fortunate to get Colossi. Well, not fortunate, it was a good decision to get Colossi, because although I didn't know about all these cannons, they are now effectively rendered useless, because the range of the Colossi is a 9, I believe, to the photon cannon 7. Well, it's 9 with the upgrade, yeah, range of 9. So we've got a big battle going on here. Azazel has the high ground. Wesley backing off, he knows I have Colossi now, so using these Colossi to my advantage to snipe off these defences. He's just going to have a little poke, but the fact I've got 2 observers and 2 Colossi lets me see the high ground. So now opting to move my Colossi in to take care of these cannons, because there's no point in rushing in and damaging all these units if I don't have to. So I'm working away at these defences. Meanwhile, Azazel is regrouping, getting all these Phoenix. He's got 5 Phoenix here, trying to take out these Colossi, but I've just got too many Stalkers and they're just cleaning up. Daisy took out my shields. My shields, he took them out. But he's taken out one of my shields on the Colossi, softening them up quite a bit, although it wasn't really a fair trade. You know, he's got the Stalkers now, they're just microing effectively, getting back, or getting a few pop shots off, getting back into the safety of the base. Now this is rubbish here. This micro could be improved by miles, because I walk my sentry, my Colossi right up onto the ledge, and they just get sniped. If they were standing at the back here, I probably could have ended it there and then. But as it stands, I'm getting pummeled from the high ground from Stalkers, which currently have 2 weapon upgrades to my 1 weapon upgrade, 1 shield, so they are doing more damage, but I'm absorbing more, so it's kind of even, but he's just simply got more of them. Getting another 2 Colossi out to refortify my army, building another couple of Immortals to replace the ones I lost, getting weapon, shields, and armour upgrades all at the same time. So I will be fortifying my army rather quickly. Weapons level 3 on the way for these Stalkers, who are looking quite menacing, who already have Blink in place. But I'm not sure, this battle is not going the best, but he blinks down, which is good. It sort of spreads them out and gets them closer to my Colossi, so the splash damage is a lot less noticeable. But now I have the advantage, more Stalkers, I've got 1 Colossi, so the defences still aren't going to be playing a massive effect. But still, I still back off. I don't feel comfortable running in with the units that I have at the moment. So I warp in a few more, get a few sentries in, get some shields up. Warp Prism coming back for round 2. No, he's away. He's had enough. He's like, nah, fuck that. Well, up here, some pylons in place, obviously to replace the supply cap. Still not even nearly supply cap, so it's good play on that front. I've since completely missed my 3rd expansion. I mined out my main, and as soon as that happened I sent a probe out to build my 3rd, and I've just since transferred over, so I've got now 2 fully saturated bases still up and running. Azazel now working off of 1 half saturated, which is going to hurt in the long run, but at the moment it appears to have plenty of gas, just not a lot of minerals. But my Colossi here just sweeping through, cleaning up these stalkers. So that's the majority of Azazel's defences now gone. I'm actually going to speed this up a couple of times, as all that happens here is just a base cleanup with a few stalkers being worked in here and there to try and fend this off. But maybe I've just got far too many units. I've now lost my Colossi, but I've got another 2 Colossi coming in to fortify my army once again. That Phoenix wisely GTFOing. This is where he finds my 3rd expansion, but as I've just